I did tell you to be quiet, and now I'm telling you to talk. Hello, stream. How's everyone doing?
We don't want to talk anymore. Now we want to be quiet.
Is it the right channel this time?
Yes, it is the right channel this time. I promise that it might not be.
Okay, good. It's going live on the
It is going live. It is in fact going live.
I just wanted to make sure because last time that was a disaster.
It was mildly disastrous. Oh well, Steve dropped right as the stream started. The Steve drop.
Steve, no!
GG, Steve. PG.
Well,
can you guys still hear me?
Yeah. Anyway,
Yes, we
hello everyone in the chat. Welcome to the most professional of professional podcasts, Professionally Professional.
Quite possibly the most
Should
professional.
actually be our little thing on BNet. We should be totally professional.
Totally professional. Professional,
Yeah,
not
I
even
can
professional.
change that.
Professional.
Alright, I'm gonna go change that.
Oh, good. The jerks are now getting an update on the BNet group. It's now going to say totally professional. Good.
Yeah,
Professional.
that's just gonna be our motto. It's been sparrow surfing for several weeks.
I don't know. Knowing the Bungie.net community, someone will probably try to sue you for false advertising.
Well, it's a private group. So.
Steve, do you live?
I don't know.
Steve, do you
Some
live?
people on-
Everyone, shh. Steve. Okay, that was a lot of lag, but okay, he's here.
Yeah.
You said you weren't talking for like 5 seconds, and then suddenly I hear like supersonic. Good job. Much internet.
Was, as soon as you started recording.
You dropped. Good job. Okay, so this week we actually have Pyro is actually alive, and he is able to talk.
Yay.
Say hi, Pyro.
Hello.
Unlike every other week where he is not alive.
No, he comes alive specifically for today. We also do have
No
Yes.
choice of his own.
no choice of his own. We have to force resurrect him.
We are a necromantic cult, in case everyone didn't know. This is our podcast.
More professional.
Don't bring
talks.
up that stupid video.
I didn't bring up any stupid videos. I just made you think about it.
The stupid video he's referring to will not be spoken of, or spoken about, or thought of, or mentioned in any way, shape, or form.
I haven't watched it yet, so I'm tempted to post
we
a
already
link.
know we have Noble and Steve. As usual, I'm Sonic. We've got Pyro. And we've got Shusky. And
that's it.
you've got
right?
me.
A couple
You've
other
got me.
scrubs that you totally
Our friendly
forgot about.
neighborhood robot. And also we've got Ra as a special guest.
She's going.
Special. I'm so special.
Rara is the silent cartographer.
Oh, good level.
Yeah.
Really?
Very good level.
Really terrible.
Although it's a very
level would
hard
be-
to get the
Silent.
bandana skull on Halo 1 anniversary.
Yes.
Analysed that level in university. We actually
And he went silent.
analysed like
I think he was just like bugged or something.
Okay, Steve, your connection, dude. Your connection is like horrible right now.
Steve, get good.
Scrub.
And also, weather update for anyone in the Washington State area. There is snow on the ground right now.
Oh.
You
Well,
lucky sons of
Over in the south, it's 99 degrees.
beaches.
It
And
is
sunny.
very... It's
Sand.
like half an inch.
That's what I
But
said.
And everyone's
yeah.
talking. Anyway, but yes, over here in the south, it's like 80 degrees and sunny. So, you know, there you go.
Celsius.
No snow in Ohio today, thankfully.
I thought you were in Florida. I've been lied to.
Me?
Yeah.
What?
I thought you were
No.
in Florida. Oh.
I've been in Ohio this entire time.
Oh. Well,
yeah,
This
I
is
remember
development.
Carter saying he was in Florida.
I thought you
No.
once said you were in Florida. Apparently I was wrong. Well, this is awkward. Anyway.
I don't know. All this talk just makes me want to build a snowman.
No
Cool.
one do it.
Go build the snowman.
I can
Hot.
I can hear the gears. Don't do it.
No. But
But do you want to?
Nope.
I'm gonna slap you.
In any case,
Why would you slap a robot?
Let's go and play.
we have a couple topics this week.
A couple that only one of them we're actually going to really talk about.
Yeah.
Including
First one is the Dark Below trailers and stuff in it, which looks awesome.
Yeah, Eris looks cool. Okay, what was everyone's general opinion over the Dr. Crispy 93 trailer?
That look he's on.
I think it was pretty cool. I think it was some humor on the part of Bungie,
Yeah.
while Steve has said that he thinks it's some cheap marketing on the part of Activision.
Explain, Steve.
Well, I wasn't specifically of the opinion of Activision. That was mostly Orca's input into it. I was more of the part that I reckon that Dr. Crispy kind of sounds like an asshat, and I really don't like his attitude.
Oh, he seemed like a little bit of a jerk. Maybe we could get him on sometime.
No.
It's just
No.
I hate him as a person, and I want to punch him in the face, and I want a 1v1 on first light with hand cannons.
Wow.
So,
I
are we
forgot to
going
instantiate
to
Nightbot.
nominate him for Joke of the Week?
No. He doesn't
No.
deserve that. That only goes to us.
In any case, I like how in the Dark Below we're gonna be able to upgrade weapons and use swords in old Russia.
Yeah.
Swords!
Maybe.
Everyone
Some
wants it.
swords.
Swords. Bone swords
Word.
of epicness that we kill everyone with.
And of course, that's going to lead into our topic in the future. But
In the future.
yeah, so those trailers were pretty awesome. Those shaders though look kind of weird.
Okay, prepare for Nightbot. He's here. Nightbot is alive.
Yeah!
Anyway, so yeah, Dark Below. I agree with Bell. It didn't fit the Dark Below. Like we've seen like all of the stuff that's supposed to make it look creepy and like eerie and stuff, and then
Yeah.
suddenly all of a sudden we have this one guy just like jump in like, yeah, I'm so cool.
Yeah,
I'm
it
so
was a
cool."
player perspective, though. You know,
And
the
it's
other
something that-
previews. Yeah, but the other previews were meant to be in-game, in-character kind of previews for it. But this one was entirely player-based. You know, this is a player talking and not a character.
What?
Actually, if Dr. Crispy
Why is
turned
it
up
so
something
typing
I
badly
see
in
in
the
the tower.
That is me typing incredibly loudly. I apologize. I was typing
You
something. in
sounded
chat.
angry typing. You're just like.
That's my keyboard. My keyboard's really loud, but
Yeah,
I get it's from a player perspective, but still, it's just I don't know.
it was kind of cheap. Yeah, it's like
It
this
was very
entire
cheesy.
this entire thing is supposed to be we're supposed to be fighting the god of the hive.
Yeah, I know.
And
Yeah, but it's
it's like
it is a player perspective, and it also
Yes, but
allows them
you
to
can obviously
show
tell that he
off
was acting.
gear. I know, but it allows them to show off gear and like some of the activities from a player perspective, which I mean, without it getting even more corny or cheesy than what Dr. Crispy 93 things was.
Can I-
if they were
can
to
I-
go into a developer type of thing, I don't
Can
know.
I say
You go
that the necrochasm doesn't look that exciting because it's basically an exotic Sahara?
Exotic
what?
Sahara? Not really.
It fires the same
evolves.
fire rate. It's not going to be that damaging.
What is the Sahara?
It's Sahara.
It's an uncommon auto rifle
Oh, the
that
Sahara.
basically fires 900 rounds.
Oh, yeah, I don't use those things.
Yeah,
well,
I
or like
use-
the
Hmm.
Atheon's epilogue as well.
Yeah. Well, the Aethion epilogue fires a bit slower than that one, but it's just almost.
But
the same.
still, this is an exotic. It's not going to be doing uncommon weapon damage. It's going to be doing like 300 damage at full upgrade, and you can choose which element it fires. So it's really good
No,
for
that's
Nightfall.
Murmur.
That's
That's
Murmur.
Murmur.
That's
That's
Murmur.
not.
You're thinking about Murmur.
I was thinking of Murmur. That is true.
Which,
Yeah,
that's
one
going to be
One thing I
amazing for
was going to
Nightfall
say about
because-
you go ahead.
That's going to be amazing for Nightfalls because it's just switching elements, and you get to carry one less fusion rifle.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. But what I was going to say about Necrochasm is that from the look of it, I think that it's going to be meant to do well in the raid and not really in other activities. Like just from a lot of the footage they've showed, there's going to be a lot of waves of very many thralls and whatnot. So a low damage but high fire rate weapon that occasionally triggers the cursed thrall effect seems like it would be really good in Crota's End.
Yeah, true.
I can
I hadn't
see
thought
that.
about
Yeah.
that.
Which is like a raid weapon like that. It really should be based on doing well in the raid more than like how the Mythoclast.
Well, no, that
was
one's not
pretty
a
much
raid weapon.
God gun.
You have to buy the basic one from Eris and then upgrade it.
Oh, you buy the basic one from Eris?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you start out as a common.
Yeah, you
Common
buy
gun,
the
but I didn't know you
basic
bought it from Eris.
Something like
And
that.
then you
Yeah.
upgrade it to legendary and then to
But still.
exotic.
It's good that they have a exotic based for the raid. At least that's the impression I get.
You know, one thing that I know about the Necrochasm is I believe it had a different description originally, if I remember this correctly, because they used to have a description that mentioned the chosen undead, or that might have been made up, but it was supposed to be one of the a second reference to Dark Souls game series, because like
Yeah.
Heart of Praxic Fire also has one. It's Praise
Yeah.
the Sun. But originally I thought Necrochasm apparently mentioned the chosen undead in its description, but it doesn't anymore. That makes me really sad, because I wanted to have a full set of Dark Souls stuff. Heart of Praxic Fire, Necrochasm, Ultimate Dark Souls. If only.
But there are a lot of materials that, from the look of things, are going to help upgrade your current exotics and whatnot, as well as legendary gear, just because there seems to be both exotic and legendary versions of the new materials. Talk too long there.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just worried that
That's
the
it.
issue
Anyone
is
else
it's
have
going to add more
opinions on this?
content, but
Because everyone else has been quiet for a while.
Yeah, Steve just started talking.
There's also
more.
the new
I'm worried that it's going
quest
to add content
mission
but not
type.
replayability. That's the issue.
Content but not replayability. Yeah. That's always an
I
issue.
do like the look of the quest mission type, which
Yeah,
from the
that
look of
sounds
things is half bounty, half mission. More like there's unique activities that you do. It's not kill a certain amount of things. It's like a semi-mission that you go do in an area, but you complete it like an exotic bounty. Because that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Also, it showed the the play history of Dr. Crispy 93. If you look on Destiny database, and it shows him playing the raid and missions and all that. It just shows playtime and how many things he killed. So if you want to look at, try and get an idea of certain things, you can go there. Because that's where he first appeared
Well,
on
they could have
Destiny
just
DB.
given him
We
this
were
stuff.
talking about it. What do you mean?
Well, if he was going to be used for marketing, they could have just given him the stuff so he wouldn't have to grind it out.
Yeah, they probably did that originally, to be honest. I mean, if they wanted to make a trailer, they probably gave it to him and then just had him play through a couple times to make it look like that. I really doubt that they made him grind it out for just a trailer.
Well, I'm sure they probably just gave him some stuff and he's been playing for a while, but even if it is just, Bungie putting more secrets into their Dr. Crispy Dark Below marketing, it does show quest types, the quest mission type, along with all the different missions that are possible to do. Also, something I noticed reading earlier, if anyone knows about anything about it, apparently Zur is a...
The mysterious urn, I was going to bring that up. Yeah, no one
Okay, you
knows
go.
what it will give you at the very end, but it's this urn thing sold by Zur, and you have to, completely... And it's really weird and stuff, and you have to do various quests on the Earth and Moon, and then you go back to Zur, and it gives you something. We don't know what yet. Yeah, you have to fill it with the hives, ferocity, suffering, some other stuff, and yeah.
Yeah, for those that... I'll just add this, 'cause this is what we were talking about. I think it was 2 days before the Dr. Crispy trailer, and that was... Because he appeared on Destiny DB 1 or 2 days before the trailer, and he was on top of both the PvP and PvE leaderboards, which was entirely fake statistics, because if you actually looked up the games, it was someone else entirely that was in the place of those match history.
Dun dun dun.
The
Continue.
entire stats were faked over. Though, if you follow around, there's some groups of people you can look into. But what was it? Yeah, so it was meant to show up. They wanted it to show up, though it may have been worked together with Destiny DB to have it advertised before it was actually released the trailer. But I totally forgot. Anyway, go ahead. I don't know, there's nothing to add, so there's no time for me to think about what I'm going to say next. Yeah, look at the Destiny DB, there's stats there, there's, interesting stuff.
DB is always good.
Yeah. Well,
So,
okay, let's move on to the Bungie Weekly Update, which this week was short, but the basic thing was that before the Dark Below comes out, they're going to be buffing and nerfing various exotics, and hopefully that means Thorn, Bad Juju, and Monte Carlo, and Hardpoint.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
So,
good advice.
if it's before the Dark Below
Yeah.
comes out, then it's going to be on either Monday or Tuesday coming, because the Dark Below is, less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's a week from Tuesday.
It's probably
it comes
it's
out.
going to be this week. Which,
Yeah.
thankfully, because I really want Thorn to be good.
Well,
Yeah.
Thorn was good before they nerfed it, at least in PvP.
No, it was still terrible, but
You could
it
two
was okay.
you could two headshot. That was nice. I used it all the time with my hunter.
it was okay before, and now it's absolute garbage.
With the PlayStation exclusives, with the PlayStation exclusives, when did they become available to the Xbox? Like,
Fall 2015.
Which is basically a
you
year
can't-
after release.
Ah,
PlayStation gets a whole year exclusive, which is
Which the only
Way
thing
over
good
the
so
top.
far is Hawkmoon, so don't worry.
Hawk Moon
And
Call.
I don't
you get
even
an
have
extra
Hawk
strike. Even if it's not a great strike, it is it is something to break up the other strikes.
Yeah, but the Dust Palace is so terrible.
Yep.
I'm
Plus,
worried,
yeah,
for,
but,
I'm
it
worried for
beats-
the
it beats the
Black Garden
Archon
strike.
Priest.
I want the Black Garden one that you're getting with this expansion, though. Like, it just
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I want to go into the Black Garden.
We already went to the where the Black Garden strike's going to be. It's through that bouncy wall currently in the Black Garden.
Hey Nathan, guess
Do you
what?
go there?
Mhm.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
What are you going on about?
That bounce wall doesn't. There's
Oh.
no sparrow physics with it. I drove my sparrow into it and it bounced off, but it doesn't actually push you. And it also.
Hmm?
And because I was at the base of the gate.
Wow.
it
Okay,
alarmed me.
Steve.
Yeah, Steve's breaking
Steve, we're
up.
gonna have to
Steve,
repeat
you-
that.
All of that in slow motion, twice, in triplicate.
See, I'm not sure if you realize, but you and the Skype call you guys are breaking up.
Oh, there he goes again. he didn't even get to hear that joke. So we're gonna just ignore Steve for now. Essentially, yes, the strike is gonna be interesting, and I want it. I want it bad. Unfortunately,
I
it's
just
not
hope
gonna
it's not
happen.
as bad as the Dust
year.
Palace.
If it's as bad as the Dust Palace, I'll be incredibly disappointed because Black Garden is
I
such a
kind of
beautiful area.
hope it is, just so that I'm not missing out on so much.
That's
but,
petty. That's really petty.
Xbox Master Race.
That's really petty.
Oh, well, I don't. It's not that I want people to, get a bad strike. It's that I specifically don't want to be missing out on so much. It's not petty unless I specifically wanted people to have a less of a good time, which is not the actual.
Steve's
Yeah.
internet makes everyone sad. He dropped again. He's gone. Okay, he's gonna go. His internet is just like dying.
Bye, Steve.
Bye,
Adios,
Steve.
amigo.
We love you.
Bye,
Sorry.
Steve.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Steve.
Steve.
I love you.
Bye. Bye, Steve. I hope you're watching the stream. You can actually see this. If not, I'm typing it. Yeah, poor Steve.
Uh-huh.
He's a scrub. His internet's a scrub. More actually, is what we should be saying. 'Cause his internet sucks. So yeah, Dark Below.
Oh, but something that we do get that is not exclusive are the new Crucible maps for the
Yes.
Dark Below.
Oh,
Yay!
Yes.
one,
Hopefully
They do look
change the.
pretty
Hopefully they
sweet.
change the combined arms game type so that it's not as stupid and will work with Skyshock.
I don't know though. Just because they'll probably have to have separate playlists for the Dark Below and normal modes.
maybe. Yeah, no, yeah, they probably will. Or maybe they'll do it like Halo. Like if not everyone, if not everyone has it, then you don't get to play it. That'd be annoying.
Yeah, Skyshock. Oh, the Pantheon is the Crucible map that I'm most excited for, followed by Skyshock. Pantheon
Yeah,
is
the Black Garden one looks
lanes,
weird because it's
uh,
completely
mid-range.
symmetrical. Yeah, the Black Garden one is supposed to be the first completely symmetrical map in Destiny.
And the 3-lane thing instantly made me think of League of Legends, just because I play a lot of that. And I don't know, it seems very open to strategy, having a symmetrical map.
Mm.
You know?
Hmm.
There
Central
shouldn't
map
be
would be
any
interesting.
distinct advantage points like there are on a lot of the maps.
Or if there is an advantage point, then the other side has it too.
Yeah. And hopefully there aren't ridiculously stupid control points that nobody
Yeah.
wants. Well, at least I don't want to even attempt to take.
I'm glad
like
they fixed that for Blind Watch, although it's
Point B
still
on
hard.
Twilight Gap.
But
I will never go for that
Skyshock
point.
to me seems like the most exciting and most interesting because it's got two sides, a infantry and a vehicle side.
Hmm.
That seems really weird and cool at the same time. Like, there's one section where infantry rules and there's another where vehicles rule, but they don't intermix.
Yeah, I think there's going to be like a control point that's out in the open where vehicles can pretty much dominate it, but then there's going to be like maybe one inside that you can only get to through infantry, or maybe one that's a mix of the area. I don't know. I like the sound of that.
And then there'll be one
I
that
like
like
blowing up
both can get to.
vehicles.
This is like really small area that both can get into, and that'll be the controversy point.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I like using my rockets on those interceptors every time they spawn. Screw
I
those
like
things.
I like getting into an interceptor and killing people, and then if I'm facing one, I like Nova bombing it.
Hmm.
I'm very picky in my Crucible usage of things. I really feel like I really want to earn a kill. I really want to feel like I worked for that. I didn't just kill you with a shotgun or blow you up with my Nova bomb. I faced you down, you faced me down, and I beated you.
Beated.
I
Beat
beated
you.
them.
Beated them.
I beated them.
Do. But yeah.
Uh.
Okay. So Steve's telling us essentially his little story is that
It's life story.
Steve.
I should short, but go ahead.
According to Steve, he drove his Sparrow through the Black Garden Gate, past all the enemies in the giant Cyclops, into that bouncy wall you can get past by blade dancing, which leads to where the strike's going to be. Sparrow collides with the wall. He rolled and was ejected. The wall flung him 1,000,000 miles an hour, apparently, and he has it recorded. So he's going to be making a YouTube video of it, and that'll be uploaded. Is he uploading it right now? Oh no, he still has yet to make it. Okay, I was going to say.
Okay.
Like if he's uploading
No,
it
I
right
like
now.
the sound of this, Steve uploading
Soon.
Destiny content. We can finally all unsubscribe from Datto and Byte and start watching Steve's vids.
It's just
Never
a matter of
unsub-
time till
never
Steve
unsub
does
from life.
Destiny.
just a
Fight for
matter of
life.
time till hashtag
Uh,
Mangoose inside Destiny.
Fight
I know.
for life.
It
Mangoose.
depends if he survives another Voidfang Vestments.
Oh god.
Aw.
no, Bungie just goes hell troll and makes it Sunbreakers next week.
I actually want the Sunbreakers, to be honest.
It makes it the Apotheosis Veil.
Oh.
That wouldn't be so bad though. At
I
least
have
it's
it.
not
Except that
Sunbreakers
hell
or
sucks.
Voidfang.
Hashtag boy.
I know. I
like
would
the
at least
Veil.
like it. Sunbreakers are useless to me because I don't use solar grenades.
I only use solar grenades when we're beating the beating the Templar on hard mode.
Pushing them off?
Yes.
That's what you meant. Yes, people do that, and I always vote no, and I always feel bad if I get overruled when
Templar's
people
not-
do it.
The Templar on hard mode, I'm okay with cheesing, but I don't care. I don't.
Yeah, see, that's
Atheon-
my same attitude to,
Yeah.
my same attitude from Crucible follows over. I feel like I really want to earn a reward if I'm getting it. I want to fight it out. I don't want to cheese anything.
cheese,
Yes, but
cheese.
fighting that legit is evil.
Yeah. But
Does it
if I
so
can't
good?
do it legit, then I have not earned the right to complete the hard raid.
Atheon and the Gatekeepers are hard enough. That's just for speedrunning tactics, basically.
Gatekeeper's not bad, but whatever. Anyway.
Have you? The portals part is
Oh, yeah, that part, yes, that is hard.
Atheon. Honestly, is one of the easiest parts of the raid.
Gorgon Maze.
Yeah,
Experience,
that's the one that will screw you
yesterday.
on flawless.
Communication.
Gorgon Maze. One mistake and you're dead.
Yeah. Is there anyone who's gotten Flawless Raider?
Probably.
Probably someone.
Of course, what I'm going to wait until I'm level 32 from the Dark Below and then go to Vault of Glass on normal.
Genius. Yeah, that's what everyone's gonna be doing.
Because screw you guys, and I wonder if they're going to make another difficulty for Vault of Glass.
32, and then I want to get to I want to get a group of at least 2 people and just go for that vault like that. I mean, if it's 232s, it would be easy for them and squeezy.
Vault of Glass Nightfall mode.
Oh god.
Vault of Glass.
Vault of Glass hard Nightfall mode. That's not fun.
Good lord. Ultimate
Of course,
hardcore
what if it
players
had all
only.
3 burns?
Oh, jeez.
Ah,
All 3 burn.
Oh, you want to complete this raid? Ah, that's cute.
No,
Yeah, well,
Vault
all
of
the
Glass,
all the vacuum-
Nightfall, all it needs is solar burn, and you are fucked because hobgoblins would one-shot you no matter what.
Yeah, no. If you
Yeah.
had Void Burn on, just one shot from anything minus Hobgoblins would kill you.
Oh yeah, Void Burn. Freaking.
Void Burn, that would be horrible.
What would be the best would be arc burn because nothing in there does arc damage.
And nothing. Arc Burn would be the easy
Burn.
way out.
I would want to add kinetic burn. I mean, really.
For arc burn,
If-
Thunderlord is king.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Thunderlord is amazing.
In any case,
Thunder. Oh, right.
we're halfway done. Now, time to get to the topic we've all been waiting for. The new Star Wars trailer came out.
New Star Wars trailer that everyone
Teaser
is
trailer, that is.
nerding out over. I want it.
I know. I have always.
Skeptical because
Go ahead.
I am a huge lore nerd. I've said this before on the cast, but I will rip this thing to shreds.
If it doesn't do well. Already, my biggest thing with it is they renamed Corbin to Moradrin, or however what they have it as, instead of so they just ignored all of the previous lore that's already. They ignored all the previous lore that's already been put into place, and just said, nah, all of these things that you wrote for this, sorry, nope. So now we don't have Corbin anymore, my favorite planet. Now it's something else, something demented.
I don't know. I've always vastly preferred Star Trek to Star Wars, just because I don't know.
And like that,
Star
Shuss
Wars
was kicked
have-
out of the cast.
Yeah. Well, any case,
Oh,
let's
please no
talk about the
Kikarino.
first thing we noticed that was weird. That cross guard lightsaber hilt.
yeah, what the
That-
hell?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
With the way you
That's
twist your hand in lightsaber combat, that is more likely to slice off your own wrist than provide any defensive benefits whatsoever.
the thing about that is that's actually a lightsaber that was made in the lore that they're ignoring for the most part. That was actually a thing, and it was meant to be more of a classical saber, I guess is what they call it. Which is it's
Yes.
weird though, because even with those two things pointing outwards, when you go to when you fight, if you just slide your lightsaber down, you can still hit the hilt because there's this little tiny area where you can cut the hilt off. So it's still impractical. It's probably more impractical because it gives you less of an area to actually fight with. You'll just be like spinning a lightsaber and like jab yourself in the arm with a small one.
And also, I saw this on the IGN Rewind Theater. They noticed that the lightsaber blade was thinner than normal and was like crackly and fiery. I have an explanation for this. Sith blades are meant to use synthetic red lightsaber crystals.
Synthetic crystals.
And those are unstable sometimes, and they can channel the dark side energy and explode sometimes.
Yeah, and that guy's saber was definitely an unstable crystal. If you were looking,
it was crackling and fiery, not like any lightsaber we've seen in the movies.
He was using an unstable lightsaber. That guy's probably gonna die, and it's gonna be to himself. He's not even gonna die because someone cuts his arm off. He'll be in the middle of the fight. Suddenly there'll be this loud loud whining noise to look at his lightsaber to explode and kill him, and that's how the movie's gonna end.
I'm guessing that just because he has the cool lightsaber, he's the apprentice because Darth Maul in Episode 1 had the cool lightsaber.
And look what happened to him. He got chopped in half and thrown down a never-ending pit.
And then he came back in a
And then he came back.
He came back as a spider.
He came back as a spider. No, he came back in the actual thing. He was given robot legs, and then he fights Darth Vader on top of a volcano, and Darth Vader throws him in. Turns out the Emperor planned the whole thing to make sure that Vader was truly ready.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm just calling it. He's the apprentice.
You gonna call that?
Probably.
And but earlier in the trailer we saw that weird, very blocky speeder.
Yeah, someone made a joke that it looked like one of those Magnum like ice cream things.
I saw
on a
that
stick.
one. I saw it.
Yeah.
They're not wrong. It's such a weird looking speeder. I don't know if that's I don't know how that's really totally aerodynamic or at all. Like it's just this giant like curved block.
Since when are some of the other Star Wars vehicles aerodynamic? But speeders should be. They've always been. But
I liked the ball droid.
We should just give everyone sparrows.
That ball droid was weird. How does that even work?
It's awesome.
There was a GIF that I saw. It was the head of
They
the.
see me rolling.
Yeah, they hate it. It was the thing. It looked by and it said "haters gonna hate," and then it rolled out of the screen. It's pretty true.
I've seen not a GIF. I've seen an image of like that same droid, but like the ball is a hamster ball, and there's a little hamster in it.
Of course, the head of it looked like a miniature yellow R2-D2.
Yeah, but most droids look like that. And there's only like a few different droid designs within the Star Wars universe.
The only yellow R2-D2 I can think of is R7. Was an R7, I think.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Also, I'm going to be so mad if this comes true because IGN and the WeRind Theater said the girl on top of that speeder was supposed to be
Jaina.
And was maybe Han and Leia's daughter, but they named her Kira when her real name is supposed to be Jaina in the books.
Not
You're
listen
such
to people.
nerds.
Shut up, we are nerds.
Shut
I
up.
love it.
I can't help it, I'm sorry. There's this like lore that's already been ingrained in me. Even if
Yeah.
it's not canon, it's still what I know.
It's my headcanon. I have been reading those books for years.
I mean, I prefer Old Republic, so I'm glad they, for the most part, have left Old Republic alone, minus renaming Korriban, but it's still annoying that, like, they're not going to use the stuff that all of these people spent years building up and, you know, writing about, spending their time doing, and they just, like, spat on it and, like, no, it doesn't exist. Shut up.
It's okay.
Even there is
let
an
it all
entire
out.
giant timeline where all the expanded universe books are connected. Over 150 novels.
I know, it's great. And then they just go, nah, none of this is actually true. Sorry. And then we have Rachel over here, who can't stop laughing at how much of a nerd we are.
And if it is Jaina. That is kind of far in the future. I would say Legacy era because
Yeah, definitely Legacy.
she's obviously a full-grown adult.
Yeah.
But
Also, Luke
but if
now has a
Legacy
full-blown
era is the
goatee.
case, then her brother Jason would be in the dark side, and she would have to
Yeah.
kill him.
Oh, well.
That'd be fun.
But the problem with the Legacy era is because they're bringing Chewbacca back, they can't do that because Chewbacca died in the Yuuzhan Vong War.
Okay, well, now everyone knows. Anyway. But yes, Chewie dies. It's sad. And then Luke now has a full-blown goatee, is now the ultimate Jedi Master of Jedi Masters. Should be teaching a temple on Yavin. I don't know if that's actually true or not. If that's going to be in the movie or not. I really hope at least they do that. We don't know what's happening with Cal Katarn. We don't know anything. Because they just said no to all of the lore.
I hope they put like some reference to like Kip Durn and the Sun Crusher.
That'd be good. We're just nerding out over here. Excuse
And I
us.
also hope that there's Lobaka because he's Chewbacca's nephew who's a Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about Lobaka. The Jedi.
And he has a bronze
I
lightsaber.
feel like Rachel's about to lose it again.
She is totally losing it over the nerdness that's going on.
We're sorry. We warned you that there was a rant incoming.
It's pretty much just me and Sonic at this point.
As much as I know that there are quite a few people, including me, that enjoy nerd and lore talk. This is a podcast that kind of needs a little bit more variety over time.
Darn it, we've only wasted 5 minutes.
How has that only been 5 minutes?
We've covered a lot of.
Yeah, but the conversation's not going anywhere.
It's
just,
not.
you know,
We're just talking about lore.
We
Okay,
warned you that would happen.
Does
Let's be
anyone else
honest.
have any comments on the trailer?
Yes, the new bike.
Well, that X-wing scene over the lake was actually awesome. I will say that the visual
TIE
effects
fighter
were top notch.
noises.
TIE
Those
fighter.
TIE fighter
Yeah.
noises. So good.
That moment after the Darth dude was
Darth
talking
dude.
and the weird lightsaber happened, then they just cut to the classic music with the Falcon flying over Tatooine and getting attacked by TIE fighters.
That was pretty great. I'm glad that the Millennium Falcon is
That
going
was
to be in
pretty
this
cool.
at least.
what was I gonna say?
I missed the Falcon.
On the topic of trailers, something I was made aware of through the Twitter machine that from someone I'm following. Jurassic World.
Oh.
Is
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh.
Man,
That looks interesting.
They
it looks like they were idiots. It's like, let's ignore all the deaths and engineer a super dinosaur.
That
No.
totally won't kill it.
It's going to be set in the same world as the
It is
know,
set the
Jurassic
same
World.
way.
That's the thing.
It is.
or is it an
Is
entire
it a new
reboot?
reboot? Because
No.
it seems
Yeah, that's what
It's
I was
not.
thinking.
No, it is set in the same universe. It's 22 years later, and they finally just replaced the old guy who is dying with a new person. They actually have the park up and running, and everything is going smoothly. And then they decide, well, since we've already succeeded where the people in the past have failed, why not amp it up a notch, create our own genetically modified super dinosaur, and see how that goes? We make it incredibly smart with razor sharp claws that can kill you with one little scratch, and we make it so it can climb and do all this kind of stuff. And we'll see how that goes. We'll put it in we'll put it in a containment unit that has no roof and a wall that can be easily climbed. Let's see how that goes.
I do understand why they're making them, though. Like, that's not the only dinosaur that they genetically modified. They did mess with the other
Yeah, but-
dinosaurs. Did you see
but that was
those
just to complete their
raptors?
DNA sequence. This
They
one is
were
a actual-
running with them. They were
Yeah.
going to use them for, military purposes and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Still doesn't excuse the fact that they made a super dinosaur that's going to kill us all.
Yeah, like Chris Pratt Chris Pratt's like a raptor tamer, right? And so he's able to communicate with the raptors on a basic level because raptors are incredibly smart. So I
Apparently
really
made
You know
Rock,
what always
right.
bothered me about the Velociraptors in the original Jurassic Park?
what?
Those aren't Velociraptors. Velociraptors are 3 feet tall. Those are Utah Raptors.
Oh,
Yes.
Also, apparently velociraptors might have had feathers. I don't know. I watched
Yeah,
a
they had
documentary.
slight
It's believed quite a lot of dinosaurs actually had feathers, not just raptors.
Yes, because
They
they
were
were descended. They
from
were
birds.
ancestors of birds.
Can you
But-
just imagine this
yeah.
giant T-Rex roaring at you with like feathers?
Well,
Well, let's
well,
go back in
T-Rex
time. You
evolved
probably
as
would
a
feel
second, so
Big bird.
It wasn't
Big
actually a
bird,
really loud roar. It was
rest-
actually a really loud squawk. Squawk!
actually they have discovered what they believe to be like the perfect half and half between dinosaurs and birds, the Archaeopteryx.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
I was never super big into
But yeah.
dinosaurs.
But yeah, the
Did
Utah
you not have
raptors,
a
the ones that
childhood?
are 6 feet tall.
I did have a childhood, but I never got like super into like studying dinosaurs and things. Like I just go with what the movies tell me, for the most part.
Yeah, well, I did. I wanted to be a paleontologist at one point, but then
Same.
they
Same.
discouraged me. Let's just say that one time I took a trip to Yellowstone, and on the way back, we decided to be tourists and take part in a dinosaur dig, and it was too hot for me.
You couldn't handle the outside.
Yes.
Korea over.
Our kind belongs on the inside. We are nerds. We don't trust the
Nerds
outernet.
do not expose your nerd to direct sunlight.
You will burn up in the heat.
Yeah. And plus, I was in 4th grade, so
Yeah.
I lost my dream of becoming what I always wanted to be in 4th grade because it was too hot outside.
yeah, pretty much.
It's okay. I wanted to be an archaeologist at one point, and I figured out like that meant going out into the hot sun for like hours at a time with no relief, and I decided, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not fit for that kind of weather. I'm more fit for the inside on a computer, and thus began my dream of becoming a programmer.
That's more or less how my story went.
Well, I want to be a physicist, so
Physicists.
I get to stay inside and write equations all day.
We all have inside.
nice.
We all want to have inside careers. The true nerd is coming out. This is where like this is the nerdiest podcast we've ever had.
We should
thus
have
far.
named this episode "The Nerd Awakens."
Nah.
No,
There
the
always has
nerd
to be a
counts.
reference to jerk though. It always has to
The
be a
nerd
jerk pun.
jokes.
Jerk pun. Anyone else have any comments on this on this? Anyone else want to nerd out before we continue?
We have more to do.
There we go, I'm done.
Move on. Before we lose all
I want to know who that
Credibility.
black stormtrooper was at the very
Okay,
beginning.
that's also a lore thing. There
all
was
one of our viewers that is not in the podcast.
that black stormtrooper. I believe if they're going with it, it was like is called a shadow trooper if I remember correctly, and they're just specially trained Jedi killers. So there you go.
Yeah, they're trained in things like lightsaber combat and basically perfect Jedi killing machines.
I do like how sleek the new Stormtrooper armor looks.
It does look good. I think that's actually closer to the original design of what they were going to be doing for the
Yeah,
stormtroopers.
it's close to the original design, but it's sleek and modern, so it looks good.
It does look good.
Yeah.
And also, they're originally, fun fact, stormtroopers were all supposed to have lightsabers. When Lucas was designing it, they were supposed to have like riot shields with lightsabers instead of like blaster pistols or blasters that they couldn't shoot anything with. And, which would have made a much
They
different
can't
movie.
shoot blasters for crap except when it's plot convenient.
Yeah. And then they
Actually,
shoot like the 18.
someone's done an analysis of the original trilogy, and they reckon that's because they were ordered to not shoot to kill.
Are they really? That's true, actually.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because you think about it, whenever the heroes escape, it always benefits the bad guys at some point.
Not true. Like in the original Death Star, they wanted to track the Falcon.
Yeah, they tracked the Falcon to the rebel base, and therefore they were able to make an assault on the rebel base.
That
Well, what
is
about
interesting.
in Bespin, the stormtroopers were trying to lure Luke to the chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
All
what
those
about then
stormtroopers
escaping
died as a
benefits? That
distraction.
didn't benefit them at all.
Yeah, basically.
Huh. Wow. The dark side really is dark. Who knew?
Oh, that's not the half of it. Remember, Dark Plagueis and Darth City is completely organized the entire events of the prequel trilogy.
And then
Of course,
Plagueis-
I still blame Jar Jar for the formation of the Empire.
Yes.
We don't talk about Jar Jar, okay? We leave Jar Jar out of this. He was the worst
Jar Jar was a
character.
fluke.
He was a
Jar
fluke.
Jar.
And he said less every movie.
I wonder why.
It's because nobody liked him. Jar Jar is
I'll
like
be
the
honest,
most
when I
hated
was a kid
character.
and saw episode 1 for the first time, I did like him a bit.
Yeah, he was meant. That's the point. He was meant to please little kids with his high-pitched voice and like utter randomness. He gets killed by Darth Vader, by the way, later on.
Yeah.
I wonder
When you
why.
think about it, it's kind of sad because like Jar Jar was actually like really close with Anakin.
Yeah, and then Anakin's just like, yeah, I'm done with that, and he finds Jar Jar living in a village, and then kills kills the entire village, goes up to and then kills Jar Jar. So there you go.
Jeez, Anakin, dude.
He fell.
Who's that friend?
He fell, and he fell hard. So yeah, Jar Jar's
Like-
dead. Congratulations.
Like, since Padme's
Uh.
dead, I have no reason to tolerate Jar Jar anymore.
Essentially, it was that's essentially what it was. It was just like cutting up loose finishing or closing loose ends, whatever the phrase goes. I'm
Yeah.
tired.
Tying up loose ends.
Thank you. He was just tying up loose ends, and Jar Jar was a loose end. He also, I mean, there's also a pretty big diplomatic.
He's also a
blood in
bit of a loose cannon.
it. And here we go, nerding out again. I can hear Rachel in the background. I heard that. The nerd. This is now the nerd cast for today.
It was
I'm
always
racking
the
my
nerd
brain to
cast.
try
We
it.
just never nerded out this hard.
That's true. That is very true.
Nerd hard with a vengeance.
Nerd hard. That was the episode I wasn't in, wasn't it? That was the Jerk Hard with a Vengeance was the one episode I wasn't. That's
And
the
it's
lost
also the lost
episode.
episode because you never uploaded it to YouTube.
Well, the reason for that, and this is okay. I'm gonna say this now. The reason episode 3 was never uploaded is because it's cut into 3 parts. You guys cut the stream like twice.
That wasn't us, that was Twitch.
So it cut it up into 3 parts, and I have no ability to edit them into one whole thing right now. So it may, sometime in the future, if I can ever figure it out,
Well,
be
it's
uploaded.
going to disappear in 2 days.
What? Are they wiping in 2 days?
Yes, because it's been 14 days since episode 3.
Oh.
Twitch wipes all videos in 16 days unless you archive them yourself.
Yeah, they are
Upload
archived.
them to YouTube.
Yeah, they're
No,
archived.
I mean
Oh,
unless
you
you,
mean,
upload them to YouTube.
YouTube.
Unless you export them yourself, because otherwise they'll be gone.
Well, everyone, say bye to episode 3. And I mean, Blue should have the file, so if we ever really wanted to, we could edit the files together, but that's in the future.
I don't know if he was recording though.
No, yeah, when you hit stream with OBS, it automatically records it
Oh.
too, and it converts it to an MP4 file that goes in your computer. So it should
Okay.
be fine. It's still there. It's just gonna take. It's just gonna.
The
I'll have to
people on the
figure it out with
YouTube channel will never know where episode 3 is.
No, they won't. But so
Episode 3 will be our first lost episode.
considering there's only like 3 subscribers to the channel, and one of them is you, Sonic, I don't really think anyone cares.
Sure. Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so now we're at our segment where we nominate a Jerk of the Week. So thus far, Shus, me, and I believe Sonic, you've been a Jerk of the Week too.
Yeah.
Has BD? I don't think BD has.
I've never
No one's been
Jerky
very.
Week.
No one's been very jerky.
I'm
this
gonna say
episode,
now
though.
that I nominate Pyro for finally. Is he even still here? I don't know, but he
Yes.
showed up.
He's still
Yes.
here.
Yeah,
I'm right here.
I nominate Pyro for showing up
He's showing
jerk.
up. He's finally
Jerk.
here.
Jerk.
I nominate
been a
Pyro
jerk all this time,
taking
now
a
he finally
shower
showed up.
before the cast and almost not making it.
Can we not nominate Steve's internet?
We could nominate Steve's internet. That'd be interesting. I'll rename Steve on Skype Steve's internet, and then just have that be jerk of the week.
Yeah.
That'll count, right?
And just Steve, because of this, you're going to have to change your name back to normal on Skype.
Oh,
I already did that earlier.
yeah. I renamed him to just Shusky, so it showed him as jerk of the week last week for like 1 minute before I renamed him manually. He didn't even get the honor.
Yeah, like I named Forsaken Noble Foreskin Nibble because I find that.
Beautiful.
It fits
Okay.
so well though. It just
So the
it-
two
it's
nominees are
perfect.
Pyro and Steve's internet.
Jeez. I'm gonna nominate Pyro since he's actually here.
Yeah, Pyro.
Steve's internet is being Steve's internet. Not here.
There's not much you can do
I'm-
about it.
This is good.
Uh.
I am the jerk of the week on the last cast I'm probably going to be on for a while. This is
Oh.
excellent.
Why? Why is this the last cast you're gonna be on for a while?
I am leaving, going home next week. My flight is on Saturday.
You got the
So
visa
this is the
approved?
cast.
Yay!
Yeah.
He is jerk.
Nice. Okay. We won't inform the chat.
By the way,
completely
can
of the
we
situation.
agree that
But-
during the weekends after Christmas and New Year's, we won't have a cast?
Yeah, probably not. I mean,
What? Hey, yeah, I could actually take up that spot. I could.
we might, but
I know it. Not you. I could totally.
I'm skiing.
I don't
what?
know.
What?
I think she said skiing.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
gonna be
I'm
skiing.
going
That's
skiing.
right. Yeah, you're going skiing with Blake. Also, you never said I like sausages throughout this entire podcast.
Well, I do like sausages. I like sausages.
Nice.
Okay.
No, that's good.
Is that
Also,
good
yeah,
enough?
congrats to
Like-
Pyro for getting everything cleared, and I'm glad you're gonna be able to get home, bud. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You have to play the theme song for him.
Okay, so everyone, shh. You'll hear it on the stream if you want, and I'm gonna play this now, so everyone, shh, until I say. Okay.
You're the jerk of the week. You're a jerk and it's your week. You really outdid yourself like a crazy super jerk. You're probably a big jerk every week, but this week you're the jerk of the week. Oh yeah, you're the jerk of the week. I'm looking at you, buddy.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody.
We are back.
We're 8 minutes short, but we don't have anything else to talk about. Thanks for listening to us nerd out, and we're sorry about it as well. But it had to be done.
I'm not. I am
I'm
not
sorry at all. I will not
I'm not
apologize for
really
nerding.
sorry, but I'm sorry that you had to listen to it that much.
It'll listen us nerd out.
The stream just went down for me.
Oh, it didn't go down for
No,
me.
no,
It's not for
Nope.
me.
It's
No,
it
it's
was
just
just a
one for me.
glitch. Just a
Your internet.
glitch in the matrix.
It's your Australian internet. It's apparently gross.
You're jealous of the Australian internet swag right here, man. You can't
Australian
match that.
internet swag. I would prefer. I don't really
We
like
actually-
swag
we
that
actually have-
dies a lot.
We have genuine swag bags in Australia, but you don't know what that is. At least you shouldn't.
You know what swag bags
Unless
are?
you sketch-
Bungie gives them out all the
We have-
time.
No. We have a proper swag bag. You know, this is part of Australian history. We have swag bags, man. It's not a bag of
You know
swag.
what's also part of
it is
Australian
a-
history? It was a prison
Swag
island.
bag.
Okay,
It was
let's
a
not
colony.
do this up
It
now.
was in America for quite a while. They had prisoners there as well.
Yes,
So,
but
um,
the entire point of Australia as a colony was a prisoner.
Gosh.
Not
Yes.
entirely.
History lessons among us. Also, I would like to say that the next generation of jerks are apparently already in training.
What? Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Bell.
Bell Bunny
The,
over there
the
in
young
chat.
jerkawans.
The jerk ones.
Yes.
Jerks in training.
Just hope that
A
no
junior
one doesn't
jerk.
go.
A junior
Dark
jerk. A junior jerk. We're the dark side, okay? The light side is not being a jerk. We are the dark side.
The light side is Guardian
Okay.
Radio.
The light side is Guardian Radio. We're the dark side.
We are the
do that
darkness,
as-
the traveler's
We should
ancient
say that on
enemy.
Twitter or something.
I'll add that to the Twitter description.
The Bungie.
The dark side
The
of Guardian
darkness
Radio.
to turn out the Jerk Collective.
I already made the motto so professional
So
today.
Nice. Gray.
Should have made it so professional, or whatever it was.
It makes you an honorary jerk because technically, Belle, you are part of you are part of the jerk.
She was a jerk before she was on Guardian Radio, though.
That's
Yeah.
true. You are still an honorary. You are an honorary jerk.
Yeah, you were here
Traitor.
before you were there, Belle. So
Yeah. You were with you were on the
We
dark
love you,
side.
Val.
You rose to the light side. You were on the dark side first. You're still an honorary jerk. Anyway, so let's wrap this up. Okay, so thanks everyone,
Bandages and put it in a sarcophagus.
and never speak of it again. Yeah, so thanks everyone for coming out. I'm glad you
No,
listened
not
to.
Nick, listen. Yeah,
Thank
go
you
ahead.
for once again listening to our endless rambling and nerding out over Star Wars. That was fun. So yeah, just I'll see you next week, everyone. Everyone say bye. Bye.
later.
Bye.
May the Force be with you.
Au revoir.